dyan at hindi ko naman alam ang ginagawa niyo sa buhay. Okey. Ayun. 'Di ba? Nagkita-kita din. Oh, kung kakain ng almusal, it's okay. Yung mga wala pang almusal, same-same tayo diyan. Mga nagkakape, bagong gising, okey lang. Hindi naman ako judgemental. Ano, yung mga wala pang ligo, sige go. As long as nakikinig. Baka may magpangi-pangita, online na nga, eh. Hmm, ayan. Sige, move on tayo class dito sa chapter 2. So chapter 2 is about, probability. So sabi ko sa inyo nga, medyo meron ng ilang computation sa part na 'to, but on top of that is more on refreshing concepts kung may naaalala. Kasi itong mga topics for probability is you have encountered this already during senior high school. Okay, first let us define what is probability. Probability, it is what? The likelihood of an event to happen. Ano ang chance na mangyayari ang isang event? So it's either what? Ano yung possible outcome ng probability? Ano yung two possible outcomes? Iyan,
50% po.
50% and 50-50 ba ang ibig mong sabihin?
Opo.
Okay. So dun sa 50-50 na yun, ang isa doon ay success, ang isa ay failure. Okay? In numerical value, success approaches to what? How many percentage para masabi nating success iyon? Endoso?
100% po.
100%, thank you. And syempre, how do you consider pala kung ang experiment is considered as failure? Ano yung percentage na ina-approach noon? De Los Santos. 0% po. Okay. So 0%. But in our case, let us see, meron po bang 100% sa probability? Or meron po bang 0% sa probability? So just like the chapter 1, there are several terms na ma-encounter tayo from time to time. So first, okay, is yung ating term na experiment. Experiment, it is used to describe any process that generates a set of data. Ano po yung example ng mga experiment? Tossing a die, rolling a die, tossing 2 coins, drawing aces from a deck of cards, okay? Choosing a single color from the rainbow. Okay, so lahat ng example na sinabi ko, lahat yon makakapagbigay or makakapag-generate ng set of data. Tossing a coin, ano yung mga ma-generate ng data? Head and tail. Rolling a die, ano yung ma-generate niya? 1, 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dots, hanggang makarating ka ng 6 dots. Okay? And under experiment is we have here events. So events meaning it consists of the set of all possible outcome. Okay? Dito sa outcome na yan, pwede pang yan mahati sa dalawa. So pwede na ang isang event is makapaglabas lang ng isang single outcome at pwede rin naman na compound outcomes or event. Yan. Now, how do we differentiate single and compound event? Excuse me. Hmm. Okay, how do we differentiate single and compound events? Ano pong pinagkaiba ng dalawang yun? Walberto?
Ma'am, kapag po single ay with one outcome, kapag po compound naman, more than one.
Okay, tama yun. Anong example ng isang experiment ang nakakapagbigay ng isang single event or outcome? Akolyador.
Ma'am, getting a head po sa pag-toss po ng coin.
Okay, very good. So, getting ahead when you toss a coin. So, basically, when you toss a coin, isa lang naman na head ang lalabas. So, that is an example of single event. Now, how about compound events? Ano pong mga examples? Ronquillo.
Flipping a coin din po.
And
Either
then,
or tail po.
okay. So, flipping a coin and then getting a head or tail. Okay, so one example pa para ma-describe natin ng maayos si compound event is, let's say, rolling a die and then getting numbers greater than 4. So, ilan yon? Sino ang background mo dyan, Davey? Okay, Gertes.
Dalawa po, ma'am. Magiging 5 and
Okay.
6.
Okay. So, that is 5 and 6. And ilan yan? Dalawa. Okay. Same goes kapag ka naman sinabi na sa isang deck of cards, how many reds can be drawn? Eh, ang daming red. Ano ba ang red card sa sa tawag dito? Sa isang baraha? Hearts and diamonds. Okay, so those are example of compound events. So now that we have already differentiate those, edi let us move on with sample space. So sample space, sabi po dyan, sample space is the set of all possible outcomes. Eh, ma'am, parang ano po, naulit yan. Kasi si event consists of set of all possible outcomes. Ayun. Ano pong pinagkaibahan ni sample space at ni event? Okay. So, to better understand sample space and events, I wanted you to listen about sample space and its relationship among events. Una na dyan is yung tinatawag nating intersection of events. According to this one, by definition, two events, A and B, intersects if there are elements common to both A and B. So, dun pa lang sa definition, ano yung may isip mo na diagram to represent intersection of events? Anong diagram kaya ang best fit endoso?
Ano po, Venn diagram po siya na shaded po yung gitna po.
Okay. So that should be a Venn diagram na shaded sa gitna. Meaning, this shaded part, this is where the common, puputol-putol ang aking, common element. Okay. Wait lang class at nagpuputol-putol ang aking pen. Diyan nakalagay yung placement ng ating common element. Okay, let's say for example, dalawang Venn diagram and I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Of course, okay, 7, 8, ayan. Let us try to consider this Venn diagram. Kapag sinabi po nating sample space, ano-ano yung mga element na kasama doon? De Los Santos. Ano yung pang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How about event A and event B? For event A, ano yung mga element na kasama doon? Curtis.
1, 2, 3, 4 po.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what can you notice about the difference ng isang sample at ng isang event? Sige. Pass it.
Mambasit nga po.
Opo.
Ang sample po, bali subset niya po yung event po.
Ano po ulit? Ang
kung
sample
titingnan
space po ay?
Under niya po yung events po. Kasi po kung titingnan po natin, yung lahat po ng element po sa set A po ay under po siya yung set S po. Doon po sa taas. Base po sa illustration.
Okay, thank you. So, ibig sabihin lang po noon, event is a subset of a sample space. Okay? And both represents set of all possible outcomes. Naiintindihan? For event B, basically, that will be 3, 4, 5, and 6. But intersection doesn't happen during this part. This is just a simple representation ng mga lahat ng event na kasama sa loob ng isang sample space. So, to represent intersection, we are going to use, okay, yung ating inverse U. So, that is the symbol for intersection. So, A intersects B, that should be 3 and 4. Okay. So, what are the, tawag dito? Things to note. Okay, when writing a sample space. The sample space, we do not use parentheses. Mali po yan. Okay? We do not also use end. To separate yung ating mga element, we use comma. And then, we also use curly bracket. Ayan, tatandaan. So, lahat dapat ng makikita ko na sagot is naka-enclose sa isang curly brackets. Okay? Bawal din po ito. Ayan. Next. So, okay tayo sa intersection. Then, how about mutually exclusive events? When we say mutually exclusive events, ano yun? Ano ibig sabihin nun? Ramirez.
Pag po sinabing mutually exclusive event, ito po yung no elements in common.
Okay. Ano-ano yung example ng mga no element in common? Ano po yung example ng mga experiment na mutually exclusive events? Okay. Ibuan.
Ayun po, tulad po doon sa flipping a coin, hindi po pwede natin sabay na makuha yung head at tail po.
Okay. That's good. Okay. Kaya flipping a coin is an example of simple event. Aside from that, when we roll a die, okay, die lang ha. Ang die and dice ay magkaiba. Okay? Kaya yung last sem na handle ko dami nagkamali. Die and dice is not equal. Ang die isa, ang dice dalawa. Okay? Ayun. So, rolling a die and then getting a 4 or 5. Okay? So, that is an example of mutually exclusive events because 4 and 5 cannot happen at the same time. So, it's either 4 lang yung makikita mong dots and then pag roll mo ulit, 5 naman yung dots na makikita mo. So, ano po ang sagot kapag there is no common element? Sabi nyo kanina, that approaches failure, which is 0%. But is there such thing as 0% sa probability? Can you guess? Meron po ba talaga na 0%? Beredo.
Try ko lang po.
Sige lang po.
Rolling a dice po and getting number 7.
Okay. Tama yon. Pero sa tingin mo, Mr. Beredo, meron ba tayong 0% sa probability?
Wala po.
Okay. So, wala po. Bakit po wala? Ano po ang isasagot natin kung there is no common element? So, dito po papasok yung idea ni null set or null space. Okay? So, edi ma'am, ano yan? Yan na yung susulat namin pagka mga mutually exclusive events. Siyempre, hindi. So, dito papasok yung symbol ng null set which is /0. O just in case, makakalimutan mo, paano ba sinusulat yung /0 na yun? Hindi mo alam kung papaganto o papaganyan. Litong-lito ka. So, you can just use yung ating empty brackets. Hanggang anong oras po ngayon? 9. Why? May class kayo?
Nakalagay po kasi sa portal po namin ay hanggang 8:30 po.
Bakit? Totoo.
Opo, ma'am.
Hindi. Oo. What I mean is kasi, di ba last time, ay minove naman natin ng 8 kasi yung susunod na tawag ito, yung susunod sa akin is malayo pa naman na agwat. Ano yung next class nyo?
Ano po ma'am, mga 12 pa po. Pero tinanong
Ayun.
lang po dahil may nagtanong lang po. Here po.
Okay lang naman sa akin, oo, wala namang problema. Pero ayun nga kasi akala ko ay ang ating yung last week kasi ay para kako hindi naman super tukod na tukod na 7 AM yung start. Kasi siyempre, bagong gising, baka ang iba'y wala pa sa hulog. Okay, para makinig. Baka ang iba'y nag-aalmusal pa o talagang hindi ka pa mapabangon sa alarm. Kaya ako nag-start ng 8 AM. Pero ayun class, pagka gano'n, di 8 AM, matik ang tapos no'n, it's either 9 AM or 9:15. Okay? Gano'n. At ayun naman, pero kung gusto niyo talaga i-stick tayo sa 8:30, edi we have to start really talaga at 7 AM. But ayun nga, edi laban-labanan na lang natin ng konti yung ating antok. Ano, ayun. So going back ay ayun. So we can use empty brackets or /0. Again, we do not use parentheses, so that will be wrong. And we will not also use yung ganito. Mali din po yan. Bakit po? Because 0 is an element. Kung ilalagay mo si 0 dito, okay, he will be a part of an element under event A. Okay? So ito at null set, they are not equal. Magkaiba yan. So yung null, dalawa lang yung representation natin dyan. It's either /0 or empty brackets. Okay? Next. Union of events. When we say union of events, we combine the elements of two events, two or more events. Let's see from a Venn diagram. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have event A and event B. So union of event, we will be going to use U as the sign. So A union B should be, ano yung mga element doon? Mia.
Ang magiging element po ng A union to B is 1, 2, 3 lang po.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Kasi under event lang. And we are not pertaining with the entire event and included sa buong sample space. Last, complement of an event. Okay? When we say complement of an event, meaning with respect to S, with respect sa ating sample space, the set of all possible elements that are not in a certain event. Okay, kunyari, sinabi ko, complement ng event A. So that is not B. So complement of event A is A prime. So meaning, symbol for complement is yung ating parang kudlit. Na ang tawag po dito, ayan, prime. So meaning, ano yung hindi kasama sa event A. Again, ano yung hindi kasama sa event A. Okay. Stick tayo dito sa isang example. C, A, T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ayan. When we say C prime, ano yun? Basit.
Ang C prime po ay, ang elements niya po ay 6, 7, 8, 9, tsaka po 1.
Okay. So, labis. Ano, kasi kapag sinabi po natin na complement, yun po ay iikot lang doon sa mga events. Again, iikot lang po yun doon sa mga event. Okay, isa pa, Miss Basit. So, kung iikot lang po yun sa mismong events, ano-ano lang po yung mga element na isasama natin.
6,
Okay, 6. Ano pa?
7, 8 po.
Okay. So, that should be 6, 7, and 8. Now, what about A prime sa Balvaro?
2, 5, 8.
Okay, 2, 5, 8. And then, for T prime, edi that should be 2, 3, 6. Edi pagka ang gagawin natin ngayon, let's try to combine those 4. Okay, so gamit itong diagram, sige, can you try? Let's see kung sino ang winner. Oh, yes. Sino ba una? Iba naman, tingnan natin. Ito kay Oliva.
5, 4, 7, 8 po, ma'am.
Sige, titingnan natin ha. 5, 4, 7, 8. Sino pang iba? Tabela.
Same answer lang po with Oliva.
Same answer. Sino may ibang sagot? Tronquillo.
Try lang po, ma'am.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. Tama ba?
Opo.
Sino pa may ibang sagot? Magtibay.
Try lang po. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 po.
Sige. Tingnan natin. Sino pa may ibang sagot? Sa Balbaro.
Ganon din lang po. 4, 5, 7, 8.
Beredo.
Ano po? 2, 3, 6, 8.
2, 3, 6, 8. Tingnan natin. Di ba? Ang dami niyang nakuhang sagot. Pero talaga, dapat isa lang yung tama. Yeah. The best approach for that is you have to what? Isa-isahin. Okay? Isa-isahin natin. C prime. C prime is what? Ito na. 6, 7, 8. A prime is 2, 5, 8. Can you agree? Okay. C prime intersects A prime. What element? 8. Tama ba? Okay. Now, what is event T? Event T is 4, 5, 7, and 8. So therefore, when you union C prime and event T, C prime intersects A prime, okay? When you union that with event T, our answer should be 4, 5, 7, and 8. Nakukuha po kung paano nangyari. Ayun. Ano, nakakalito. No, kasi pwede siya, ang daming pwede. Kasi isa pa, yung madami nang makakatama. A union T prime intersects with C. Okay, let's try. A union T prime, then intersects with C. Okay, sige, tingnan natin. Kustodyo.
2-3 lang po.
Sige, ang sagot is, tingnan natin 2, 3. Parang dahil magkakaibang sagot. Ano, 12 ata magkakaiba. Gert, sino pang di pa natatawag? Del Rosario.
2, 3, 4 po.
2, 3, 4. Sino pa? Sino pa yung magkakaiba? Sino pa yung ibang sagot? Salonga.
Same lang po sa 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Yung magkakaiba naman, yung wala dito, sa dalawa. Natin, Asi.
Ay, ma'am, same lang din po dun sa 2, 3, 4.
Same lang din. Sige. Sino pa? Yung iba yung wala dito Okay na to. Beredo.
Hindi ko wala po yung Sorry po.
Sige po. Sa Balvaro.
3, 6 po.
3, 6. Sige, tignan natin. De Los Santos.
3, 4, 5 po.
Okay. Dami Sige, tingnan natin. Sino kaya ang winner na ulit Isa-isahin natin. Okay, event A is what? Do you agree? 3, 4, 6, 7. T prime is 2, 3, 6. Okay. A union T prime. So that should be ito ay equal sa 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Will you agree? Okay. Now, what about event C? Event C is 2, 3, 4, and 5. Will you agree? Okay. So, meron na tayo niyan, dalawang yan. Sabi sa symbol, intersects. Ano yung common element? 2, 3, 4. Yun ang winner. Okay. Sinong winner? Winner 'to. Ano dito, 3, 4. Naintindihan ka po? Nakakalito? Nakakalito. Ano, kasi pagka class ang ginawa ninyo, ito, kumbaga sa isip mo lang siya sino-solve. Nakakalito talaga. So, kailangan pagka-exam, quizzes, manu-manuhin natin. Ano, para at saka tandaan, ang unang sino-solve ay yung nasaan? Nasa parenthesis. Okay? Bago mo isundot doon sa nasa labas ng parenthesis. Malinaw po tayo dito. Okay, naintindihan yung concept? Ayan. Di punta naman tayo saan? Sa mga rules. Okay, there are rules in counting probability. So there are rules in counting probability. So but before that, there are ways, okay, there are ways how to write probability. And we have already used some of those. Okay, so ang unang-unang way of writing is through fraction. Fraction. Next is to decimal. And then to percentage. Ayan. For uniformity, ang gagamitin po natin ay DC fraction. Para sa exam, wala na pong magtatanong, ma'am, ilang decimal place po? Okay? Para lahat, hindi na malilito. So, ang gagawin na lang, pagka fraction, quiz, problem set, okay? You simplify into simplest form. So, yung kaninang example ay rolling a die and then getting odd numbers. So, that's is 135. So, that is 3/6. And 3/6, its simplest form is 1/2. So, si 1/2 dapat yung makikita ko po. Okay po. Ayun. Sige. Wait lang ha. Ayan. Nilis ko lang yung aking earphones kasi parang kulob yung boses. Anyway, am I still audible? Okay. So let us move on with counting rules in probability. So there are 4 rules. Again, kindly bear with my voice. Masama lang po talaga ang aking pakiramdam. Ayoko lang na may mahuli sa klase kasi sayang naman. So una po doon is yung ating tinatawag na multiplicative rule. Second one is yung ating permutation rule. And then third, partition rule. And then finally is yung ating combination rule. Ayan. Kitang-kita na agad natin kung ano yung mga possible operation to be used on a specific rule. So for multiplicative rule, multiplication, that's times. Multiply. For partition, when we say partition, you divide a certain set of sample space into groups. So that is division. So ito yung magmamatter na lang kay permutation and combination. So unahin natin dyan si multiplicative rule. So by definition, when we say multiplicative rule, meaning out of J sets, okay, out of J sets, we wish to form a sample of J elements. Ano po ibig sabihin nun? J sets, you treat this J as X, and X varies. Kung ilan yung element na nasa given, yun si J. Let's say for example, Carla wanted to choose from a closet and prepare for her date. And for her date this Valentine's. Okay. Yan yung given. Ngayon, ano dyan yung J sets at J element? Wala pa. So, inside her closet, the following are found. 8 shoes, 7 tops, 6 skirts, and 3 necklaces. Ayan. So when we say J sets, these are all the summation of all the elements. So that is basically summation ng 8, 7, 6, and 3. So 7 plus 3, 10, 8, 18 plus 6, 24. So J sets is 24. There are 24 parang shoes, tops, and skirts, necklaces na pagpipili-pilian. Now, what about this J element? J element is what? The event na bumuo doon sa entire sample space. So we have what? 4 J element. Set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4. So, applying multiplicative rule will give us the formula N1 times N2 times N3 until you reaches NJ. So N1 represents shoes, N2 represents your tops, N3 represents the skirt, and NJ represents the necklaces. So meaning, kapag nagsulat tayo ng formula dyan, that will be N sub 1 times N sub 2 times N sub 3 times N sub 4. Okay. Again, J, balikan. You treat it as X, it varies. Depende kung ilang set yung nandoon sa loob. Okay, so 8 times 7 times 6 times 3. So how many ways can Miss Carla choose from? Magbuhos.
1,008 ways po.
1,008 ways. Same ba ng sagot? Yung iba? Okay, naiintindihan yung application ng multiplicative rule. Again, from a set of J elements, okay, we wish to form from a set of J sets, we wish to form a J element. So the general formula ay ito po. Excuse me. Next. Next is yung ating permutation rule. So, permutation rule, okay? Here, order matters. Di ba madalas nakakalito kung anong gagamitin? Si permutation ba o si combination? So, permutation, P is for placement. Para mas madaling tandaan. And the formula for permutation is n factorial divided by n minus k factorial. Your n is your totality and your k is your position you wish to form. Okay? So let's say for example, excuse me. Let's say for example, from 40 students, I wish to form a group of directors consisting of president, vice president, secretary, use, and escort. You all know, no, na hindi naman pwedeng magkabali-baliktad yung mga position na nandiyan. So that given is permutation. Now, applying the formula, simply 40 factorial divided by n, ito ay 40 minus 5 factorial. Saan po galing yung 5? Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima. Limang position yung hinahanap mo o ifo-form mo. Again, factorial can be found upper right of your calculators. Okay. Pag sinabi pong factorial, 40 factorial, dahil yun po ay 40 times 39 times 38 hanggang makarating ka ng 1. Okay. So please, wag pong magmamano-mano at wag pong makakalimot ng ating calcu. What will be the answer? Last two rules na lang to. Ano pang walang mga recitation dyan? Ito, si Miss Comia.
78,960,960 po.
Okay. O just in case, class, di mo talaga matandaan yung formula. Ang gagawin mo. We can just use yung natural way of logical thinking. No? Iisipin mo, syempre, 40 students. So 40, kasama mo sino? Buo kayo. Kasama mo si president. Nag-vote ka ng president, ilan na yun? 39. Sa 39, andito si VP. Nag-vote ka ng president at vice president, ilan na lang yun? 38. Andito na si secretary. Meron ka ng P, president, VP, at saka secretary. And that should be your muse. And same goes with your escort. Okay, can you compute 40 times 39 times 38 times 37 times 36? Same answer po ba? Okay. So that should be 78,960,960. Yes, and also.
Ma'am, ask ko lang po, yan po bang way niyo pong yan is applicable pa siya sa any permutation problem po?
Paano ko ba sasabihin? Oo. Kapag ang format, okay, Ang sabi ko na ha, kapag ka ang format is yung mga ganito. Meron kang group, and then magfo-form ka ng position. Okay? Kung yun ay group of committee, okay? Pero, dun sa group of committee, wala namang position na finorm, gusto mo lang maka-form ng 5 group, hindi po ito applicable. Kailangan may exact or nabanggit sa problem yung mismong position. Kunwari, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Ayan. Kasi yung mga yun, hindi pwedeng magkabali-baliktad. Naintindihan po? Okay. At syempre, kaya andyan si CalQ, edi para mapadali ang buhay natin. Diga po. So, permutation, natatagpuan po siya lower right ng ating CalQ. Okay, the formula is N, PR. R stands for position. So when you type it sa CalQ, that should be 40, P5. Okay, ano pong lumabas?
Same po.
Okay, same. Malinaw tayo sa permutation. Next, let us move on with partition. Again, partition rule, they are, yes, Beredo.
Ano po, may question lang po ako. About
Ano po
po dun sa, ano po, anong representation po nung answer po? Ano po siya, yung combinations po?
Hindi po, ways.
Okay po.
Ano po, para kumbaga, ay di yung uniform na lang tayong lahat. There are 78 million ways para tayo makapamili out of 40 students. Dami, no? Ayun. Next, partition rule. Partition class is also called as multinomial rule. Dito, we divide the group into subgroups where order doesn't matter. Okay? So the formula to be used for partition rule is n factorial divided by n sub 1 factorial, n sub 2 factorial, until you reaches n sub k factorial. Again, by definition, we divide the entire population into subgroups. Okay, so meaning si n sub 1, n sub 2, n sub k, that is your subgroup. Okay, let's say for example, 10 kayo na magkakaklase. Okay? 10 kayo magkakaklase. I wish to group you all for 2 researchers, 5 respondents, 3 presenters. Okay, so 5 plus 3, 8 plus 2, 10. Okay, so there are 10 students. So applying the formula, this should be 10 factorial divided by your n sub 1 is 2 factorial times 5 factorial times 3 factorial. Ilang ways po yun? Wala. Manalo.
2,520 ways po.
Okay, 2,520 ways. Next, yung pinaka-last. Okay ba tayo dito sa partition rule? Okay. Combination. Combination is the complete opposite of permutation rule because this is where order doesn't matter. Okay? So, we cannot use anymore yung kanina na ginagawa natin. So, the formula to be used, katulad lang din kanina, n factorial divided by k factorial times the quantity n minus k factorial. Okay? Again, n is the total and k is your position. So, let's say for example, I have 15 employees. Ito yung tinatanong kanina ni Mr. JV. Ano? I have 15 employees, and then from these 15 employees, I wanted to form a 5-member committee. Again, 5-member committee. So how many ways can be formed out of 15 employees? So basically, 15 factorial divided by 5 factorial, and then your 15 minus 5 factorial. What would be the answer? Aranyas. Yes, I'm giving also,
3,003.
ayan. I'm also giving a chance ha dun sa mga hindi ko pa natatawag. Kasi habang madali pa ang given. Okay, sorry. So can someone confirm kung tama itong 3,003 ways? Okay. Now for your example, paki-type na lang ako sa chat box. Okay. So I have here some sets of, dalawa lang naman, dalawang exercise. Excuse me, dalawang exercise para malaman kung talagang nuggets ninyo yung ating topic. So what do you think, what rule should be used? Okay, if we are pertaining with car plate, and I wanted to form, two letters and then 3 digits out of this car plate. So basically, yung magiging itsura natin, letter, letter, and then digit, digit, digit. Ngayon, if you will tell me, that's multiplicative rule. Yes, you're correct. Multiplicative rule yung gagamitin natin. But do you think it will make sense applying the formula for multiplicative rule? 3 times 2 is 6. Do you think there are only 6 ways to form 2 letters and 3 digits? So, no. So, what do you think? Okay, yung magiging logic behind this problem? Can you try to solve? Wag mo na i-search, syempre. You try solving it first. And then let us type po sa chat box. Ilang ways. Again, a car plate consists of 2 letters and 3 digits. So, how many ways can we form using 2 letters and 3 digits? One 560 po. Thank you. How about the others? 676,000 ways. 676,000 ways. Let us see. Kung iisipin po natin, ilan si letter? How many letters are there in our alphabet? 26. Tama po. So there are 26 letters. Sa isang box na yan, ilang letters, ilang digits or ilang numbers yung ating magagawa or ating mailalagay. So there are 10 digits to choose from. What are those digits? So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Do you agree? Okay. So therefore, applying multiplicative rule will give us an answer, a solution of 26 times 26 kasi ito si letter times 10 times 10 times 10. Tama po. And we will arrive with an answer 676,000 ways. Okay? Yan. Sige, last muna yung example na to. So ano yung hindi natin na-discuss? Ang di natin discuss, class, is yung rules of multiplication, addition, and subtraction, as well as examples na medyo mahirap naman na. Okay? So, yung mga examples na binigay ko actually, madadali po, kung mapapansin nyo. Because I just want you to learn kung ano yung application ng rule na yun doon sa problem. Para pag nag-move on tayo sa mas mahirap na problem, okay, somehow alam natin paano mag-i-start from the basic. Now, may tutunan ba kahit kaunti doon? Okay. So, my only concern is if you have any concerns, problems regarding the teaching style, if you think it is not effective, kindly message me. So we can avoid conflicts sa mga padulo-dulong discussion. If you think na medyo pangit, boring, or what, then you suggest what way para ma-improve. Okay? I am very open naman po for that. Para maiwasan na natin yung issue. Issue banda-banda dyan. Ano po?